Hi, and welcome to Healy Fit with your instructor, Jen. For more, don't forget to subscribe, click like, or select notifications. Today, I have a Pilates practice for you that is going to focus on the basics. As you come on down to the mat, we'll just start in a seated position and slowly lower ourselves to the floor. Hands around the shins. Begin with knee circles all the way around. Nice sacral massage into the lower back. Good. Slowly bring those knee circles around in the other direction. Maybe playing around a little bit with our range of motion. After this last one, lift the knees up above the hips, hands on top of the shins, and you're just going to peel yourself up. Eye gaze between the knees, looking up towards the sky. Lifting up and down, slowly peeling the shoulders up from the floor. Go ahead, lift yourself up as high as your body is ready for. And then again, play around with range of motion. Seeing if maybe on the next rep, you can lift yourself up even higher. Awesome. On the next one, let's hold it up. Bring the hands behind the head and start to extend the legs to the sky. Slowly drop them towards the floor, straight leg, and then pull them in, knees bending, legs extend up to the sky, slow release down to the floor. Now, while you're doing this, I want you to draw your belly button in and back towards your spine, kind of compressing it towards the floor. Squeeze along the backs of the upper inner thighs lightly as you glue your heels together so your legs move as one. Activate the outer thighs slightly with a light turnout of the toes. The heels are glued together, but there's slight separation along the tops of the feet. And then maybe that last one, let's see if we can go down a little bit further and then slowly tuck the feet. Reach the hands towards the knees, peel yourself up, eye gaze between the knees. And start with an easy 100. Good, so we're pumping the hands up and down. Eye gaze towards the sky. Heels up or heels down, whatever's feeling right for you. Now, if you're ready for a full 100, you could go ahead and do that, but I want to focus on basics and give those of you who are trying out Pilates for the first time or maybe the 100th time an opportunity to really dive into it and go at your own pace. We've got 2 more big deep breaths in. Doing so well. Keep pumping in and out and done. Awesome. That drove some heat into the body. Let's slowly bring one knee in, wrap the hands around the shin, and then release that leg back down to the floor. Take the other leg in and then release that leg down to the floor. So this is your single leg stretch with bent knee. If you're ready for it, you could have your head up, but I want you to do that same thing we did before. Pull the belly button in and down. Exhale as you bring the knee in so you get the transverse abdominis working as well. So the rectus abdominis is the one with the beautiful curves and shapes to it. That's 6 to 8 pack. And then your transverse abdominis is the one underneath. So that is our inner corset that pulls everything in and makes our core look smaller and tighter. Good, giving us that hourglass shape. Fantastic. Now you could always bring a hand behind the head if you need more support. We're going to bring both legs in next. So with the hands behind the head, peel both feet up from the floor, eye gaze between the knees, and then release the feet and the head back down. Excellent. So this is a modification of your double leg stretch with bent knee or a basic crunch. Draw your nose toward your knee, squeeze your rib cage towards your hips with the exhale as you lift. Go ahead, anchor your stomach down towards the mat and push the low back towards the floor. Imagine that each move that you do lengthens and elongates the spine. So as you peel yourself up, imagine elongating the vertebra so you have length from the crown to the toes. Now let's add our crisscross. Elbow to opposite knee, extending the leg or dropping it towards the floor. Good. Again, I'm going to focus on a little bit easier range of motion. So for those of you who are just getting started in your Pilates practice, or if you just need an easy day, this is the perfect workout for you. Awesome. And I said easy day, but let me tell you something right here. My abs are burning. So it doesn't matter how light you take it, you can still get a fantastic workout. Pilates is a great way to activate all of our postural muscles. Taking a break here as we prepare for our next move. Nose towards knees, hands around the shins. Let's begin to rock forward and back into rolling like a ball. Good, so we're rocking from the base of the shoulder blades up into a V-sit position. Got a little bit of curvature into the back, so we are rolling like a ball along the spine, giving our backs a nice massage along the midline. As you come up, extend the legs, feet out about mat distance apart, hands come up to the temples. We're going to exhale, fold forward, scoop the belly in and back, and then slowly lift yourself up, tall elevated posture, lift the crown of the head all the way to the sky. Exhale and fold, scoop the belly in and back. Inhale, elongate to the crown, all the way down to your sits bones. So those are the two bony protrusions right underneath of your glutes. You can have a soft bend in your knees if that feels good for you. You can also sit propped up a little bit if you've got tight hamstrings and you need a little bit less length there. So adjust accordingly. Awesome. Good, let's see if we can take it down just 1 centimeter lower. And now add your twist. Good, inhale through center, exhale, twist. Inhale through center, exhale, twist. Good, so getting some length along the thoracic. That is that mid-back region. So we've got length all the way from the sits bones to the crown of the head, and we're just adding that spinal twist side to side. Exhale as you twist, just like you are wringing out a towel. Awesome. So in addition to our obliques, we're also working that transverse still with our exhale, twisting and turning. Good, feeling the strength all the way along the perimeter of the body. Slowly release the arms. Let's give those shoulders a nice little stretch. And then let's go into some side leg work. As you come down, top leg is going to be behind you, bottom arm cradling the head, top hand in front of the abs for core brace support. We're going to lift that lower leg up and down, inner thigh leg lift, light point of the toes. Good, and that front foot is angled towards the front edge of the mat as your back is lined up along the back edge. So your body's in a nice wide V. You've got a slight backward lean. So you're resting more on the glutes than the hip bone. Let's take the top leg, extend it out. About hip bone line, we're going to kick forward and back. Now I want you to imagine that your body is placed between two sturdy walls. So no movement along the front or back of your mat. You're trying to keep the torso as steady as possible as you move through your hip. Good, so testing the mobility of kicking forward and backward while keeping the stability along the trunk. Awesome. From front back kicks, we're going to go into side kicks up and down, extending the leg and then squeezing heel towards heel. Good. Now connect to the muscle. Use your quadricep to lift the leg up towards the sky and then squeeze heel towards heel using the inner thigh on the way down. Awesome. Extend and lift, squeeze and pull. Lengthen extension all the way from the hips to the toes. Good, and then strength as we pull, imaginary pulley all the way down, using the strength of the inner thigh to pull the leg back down to the floor. Awesome. Go ahead, tuck the knees in. Let's go into some side dips. We're going to take the bottom elbow, cradle it under the shoulder, top hand to hip, lift the hips from the floor, and then slowly release them down. Good. This is going to get into that love muffin area right above the hip line, using those lower obliques. Good. Testing out our side plank. You could also do this from your toes, but again, I'm showing a shorter range of motion here. Slowly bring it down onto the belly. Hands underneath of the forehead. Feet about mat distance apart, light point out of the toes. We're just lifting the upper body. So fingertips towards the forehead, lift and lower. Keeping the feet on the ground, using the low back to elevate and then release back down to the floor. Good, light squeeze into the glutes to protect the low back. And of course we have the core brace too, so we're still lifting the belly up from the floor. Let's go ahead, take it back into a child's pose and then go into the other side leg. Awesome, slowly roll onto the other hip, bottom hand cradles the head, top hand in front of the abs, bottom leg up and down for those inner thigh leg lifts, returning to our side leg work. Good, let's do 4 more, and 3, 2, and 1. Leg comes all the way down, top leg extends forward and back. Awesome, squeeze and pull. Again, we've got that concrete foundation from the hips to the crown of the head, so very little to no movement from the hips all the way up to the top of the head. Kicking forward and back, lengthen extension all the way from the hips to the toes, and then pull all the way back. From front back to up and down, lift the leg to the sky, squeeze and pull all the way back down to the floor. Awesome, just going up as high as feels right for you and your body. Extend and then squeeze. Lift and elongate. Pull all the way down to the floor. Doing so good. We're in the home stretch, y'all. So I hope you are feeling good, feeling worked. We've got our side legs worked. We've got our low back worked. We are going to extend into the front of the thigh, into those outer obliques, and into the core one more time. So just a little bit more left. Let's curl the heels in, bring the bottom elbow underneath the shoulder, hand to hip, lift and lower. Good, easy side planks. We're feeling this one right above the top of the hip, little hold at the top. Just a few more. Awesome. Let's take it down onto the elbows. Extend to the left leg, and let's lift that left leg up and down. So here's where I was saying, using the front of the thigh. Good. We're also going to feel this one a little bit into the hip flexors, and we're bracing our core. I want you to lift up from the mat, expand along the collarbone, shoulders spread wide across the chest. I want you to feel like you're harnessed towards the sky. Right leg's turn, just lift and lower. Awesome. Let's do 4 more. Eye gaze up towards the sky. Chest lifted. Almost there. Fantastic. Let's extend both legs out and work the core one more time. Last few moves. Lift all the way up into that tall seated posture and then slowly release back down to the elbows. Good. Peel the elbows up, lift, and then slowly release back down. Good. Trying to smooth out the movement best you can. Lifting up from the floor, squeezing into the triceps, slowly releasing back down to the mat. Awesome. I don't know about you, but I really feel this one in the core. Love this exercise. It seems so simple, but it is so effective for working all the muscles along the front of the trunk. Fantastic. Reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Extend, exhale, and stretch all the way to your toes. Good. So your hands are resting thighs, shins, toes, wherever they can reach. Lengthen along the back body from the hamstrings to the low back. Let's take the right leg over top of the left, add a little twist and turn. Look over the back shoulder, feel that stretch along the outer edge of the body. Y'all, we made it. This is our cool down and our stretch. Let's take the left leg, do the same over here. Twist and turn, look over the left shoulder. As you bring it back into the center, we're going to take the bottoms of the feet together into our Baddha Konasana, our bound angle. Release the knees down to the floor. Open up along the inner thighs. Feels so good. And then my last and favorite stretch coming up. Find whatever seated position works for you. Inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale the arms down just halfway because you deserve a big, huge hug. Thank you all so much for coming out today. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And for more, like and subscribe to let me know you want more videos like this one. You can also follow me on social at HealyFit. Until next time, be well.